This one I can click OK, right? That's it? No, you have to. Oh, that's just a setting. So I just click OK, right? And then it'll give you And then I have to go back and do the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Same thing. The paranormal. Well, you could try to find some. Oh shit! I didn't want the YouTube. Shit! It copied the whole YouTube. Yeah, thing. That's what happens. That's what happens every time. All right, it's alright. I can flashback. Okay. Don't say a 52. Word. Hunt for Roswell, New Mexico. And that's fine. Start broadcast. Okay, so we're live on both ends. Light the candles. I'm ready when you guys are. So wait. So you guys start the music, and then you guys kill the music or lower it, and then you guys start talking, right? Yeah, I'll fade. Okay, cool. All right then. All right then. I'm gonna start the recording. 3, 2, 1. Go.
What's up, people? Hey. Welcome to another motherfucking episode of Hunt for the Paranormal. I am your host, Mike, and as always,
Chris.
And fucking guess who's fucking back?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Fuck you been?
Aaron is in the house. I've been tying the knot, pretty much with the final things with the wedding.
Nice.
You know, everything went perfectly well. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with everything and how it went through.
Congratulations.
Lucky enough. Came and had some fun.
Nice.
Hopefully drank some of the liquor I bought. I drank too much.
Yeah, you did.
There's like little bits and pieces I don't remember, but I remember the majority of it. So
yeah, you kind of like drove me around for like almost like close to like 45 minutes. Like, come over here. Over here.
I was introducing you to people.
No, you're just dragging me everywhere.
Just wanted to be around you, brother.
But it's all good. It's glad to have you back, man.
Yeah.
It's like fucking almost like what, a month and a half that you've been kind of gone.
Yeah, I've been busy, but I'm back.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a nice little break. But
yeah,
it's been interesting.
We've been a little sporadic, but it's okay though. We're good. So June. So who wants to guess our topic for June? Oh wait! Before I forget, got fucking new producer for the day. Who we got here?
Man, no Calrissian, I'm struggling with this mic right now.
It's
like,
weird.
Putting my face in it, like I feel like I'm trying to drink water over water.
That or lick balls.
Hello.
All right, so who wants to guess our topic for the month is?
Drum roll.
I don't have that. We're not that kind of podcast. Alright, we're gonna talk about aliens.
Oh my god, aliens.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking.
Where's our musica?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. Do I hear it? Yes, I do. Okay. I forgot this one starts low. Yeah, keep reading it. Fucking starts super low. Alright, so I think we're gonna start off with the most popular event that has happened. We're gonna talk about Roswell, New Mexico.
Okay.
So apparently, quick
know that weather balloon.
Yes,
well, the weather balloon. Yes, the weather balloon. The weather balloon.
Yes. So it started back in mid 1947. The United States Army Air Force balloon crash at a ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. Following a wide initial interest in the crash of Flying Disc, the U.S. military stated that it was a merely conventional weather balloon. Interest of it subsequently waned until 1970s when UFOologists began promoting a variety of increasingly elaborate conspiracy theories claiming that one or more alien spacecraft had crash landed and that the extraterrestrial occupants had been recovered by military and who then engaged a cover-up. So what do you guys think about it?
Dun, dun, dun. I think it's like completely possible. You know, I don't know. What do you think?
Honestly, like, more there. After, I think I kind of take a skeptic side on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of believe in extra. There's got to be life out there, and I'm pretty sure well, I'm not pretty sure, but I suspect that they've been into our world and stuff.
Yeah.
But this might have been a weather balloon.
Well, that or it could have even been like, you know, something else that they weren't supposed to, top secret kind of plane that our government had. Like stealth bombers were secret for 20 years before we ever knew about them. So it could have just been an unidentified, you know, space or a craft.
Well, because especially with the B-2 Spirit, the B-2 Spirit bomber, just looking at it, during that time era, when you look at it, freaking, it looks like a fucking UFO. But hey, producer, can you pull up a picture of this? See if you a really quick picture of a B-2 Spirit bomber, so people don't know what that is.
I will do my best. I will try and get that going.
No, it's no rush, but it's
take a picture of that and put it on the
right. But it's like B-2 bomber is like super secretive, and I actually met someone that actually was in the Navy who was stationed in Hawaii with the B-2 bomber.
Yeah,
was still being fucking
before they knew about it.
Yeah, and he said there was a fucking huge ass hangar with nothing but fucking guards and peas. And then he was like out there one night smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden you see this big ass black fucking thing, and you see the fucking afterburners, and just gone. And then it came back, closed it up, and guards back over again. So it's like,
yeah, it's always that. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. So it's like one of the biggest. Well, the current, I think, what's the next plane that was like kept hush hush? The Aurora bomber, which is supposedly considered one of the fastest fucking bombers in the fucking world. So
they're gonna keep all that stuff tight wrapped.
Oh yeah, honestly, I know how it feels though. Like, cause we did like and I think our first alien episode, I told the story when me, my fiance, my now wife, and a group of friends, we all were in the backyard, and we were in Whittier, California, when we saw this thing, and it could be an alien spacecraft. It could just be something. I don't know what it was, but the way it made us all feel was like. We just didn't know what it was, and like we all thought alien because it was something we've never seen that can move the way it was moving. And pretty much when our friend Phil came over, he's like, "Oh, you guys won't believe what I saw in Turbo Canyon," because he said he was up in the hills and he was close to the thing. Yeah. He said he was like right there, and we're like, "Okay, you know, Phil, he's a big conspiracy theorist, so we're like, all right, just Phil, please,
fucking shit, bro."
He's like, "Look outside." We all go outside and we see it, and it was just out there. And if you look, it was just like a row of different colored lights.
Yeah.
But when it moved, and this is what I don't understand about it, because even if it was a drone or a space, like an aircraft or something, I would know to be like something technological from our society. But the way this thing moved, it was like, one, it was in the distance, so like even moving a little was a far distance, you know, considering how far it was from us. And every time it would move, it was just like a straight, solid, dotted line. But when it was about to move, it wouldn't move straight or like
it just fucking.
It would move like in corners and then like this way. But as it was moving, the lights would start like doing this kind of effect. It would move.
It was gloving.
It did like a caterpillar, the worm kind of thing.
That just
it would do the worm, boom, to this corner. Like, just imagine 4 corners, and it would move to the corner to the left or the right.
Yeah.
And then it would move to the adjacent corner in the corner, like up on the other side. And then it would just move in different kind of directions, but every time it would do that worm light thing.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, we all couldn't explain it, and it was like, you couldn't say like, oh, I'm alone.
Oh, you want me to get closer to the mic? What do you? Just fucking talk.
I need you guys to be a little bit further away from the mic.
Oh, that's all you gotta ask.
Yeah,
bro.
there you go. Are my answers not clear enough? Continue your story.
No.
But yeah, it kept moving in this. I've never seen anything move like that, and it could perfectly be some kind of drone I've never seen, but the way it was moving, it was so perfect. Like it didn't, you know how drones kind of move and then they sway a little bit?
Yeah.
This thing would just move and it didn't break like the horizon. Yeah. It was perfectly horizontal. Man, I got tongue twisted right there.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing. Okay,
like
so
if it was on a track.
yeah,
it was strange.
But here's my thing. What fucking flying vehicle that we have can fucking really do that?
Nothing from what I know.
Because even a fucking drone.
Why would it do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
why would
it still moves.
Why would it
the
do
way
like
the physics works of it, if a drone moves up to the corner, there's a little inertia that's going to make it.
Oh yeah,
swing,
because of the it will try to stabilize
the way
itself.
this thing moved, it was like on a track that it would be like, and then it would move to the side, but it would never sway.
Yeah.
It would never like. It was perfect.
So
and that's what makes it a little weird.
It's a fucking trip because like
But then again, it could be our government with a new cool spaceship. You know that.
who knows? Like I seen like air propulsion. I wish I can find the fucking video again, but it was actually pretty cool. It was like a compilation of like a bit different UFO sighting stuff.
Yeah.
Video. And like one of the coolest ones I fucking saw was in Korea. And you can see a little fucking frisbee looking fucking piece of thing, right? But it was fucking lightning bolts just fucking going crazy.
Oh, have you heard of the ball lightning stuff?
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
Well,
That is crazy too.
They don't we don't know how technically lightning exists.
We don't
or
understand
how it
fully understand the
generates-
properties of electricity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's very strange. And there's been few cases where airplanes are up in the sky.
And then
And it's not necessarily
Bam!
no, it's not even like that. It's not actually hit by lightning.
no, not hit, but when they see it, it's like bam.
Dark,
No,
dark,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, kind of. It's weird where the way they describe it, it's a ball of lightning
Yeah.
going through the cabin. It's not hitting anything.
fucking
it's not
Raiden.
touching anybody. It's just it's
It's
seriously just a
fucking
ball,
Raiden.
and then the thing dissipates and disappears.
Oh, you
Someone goes saying like they're fighting in the sky and just Kamehameha the airplane.
I'll be scared when the if a lightning ball goes and you're like, you're like, oh shit, it's raining. You know, all of a sudden you hear fatality. You're like, oh, but I don't know. And then obviously, but with Roswell itself, it's just a bunch of crazy shit happening over the years. People fucking talking about more UFO.
More UFO
sightings and all this other shit.
It's tied to Area 51 as well, right? The balloon.
So they claim because the actual project was called the balloon. It was called in 1990s.
Project Mogul.
Yeah, Mogul. The U.S. military published 2 reports disclosing the true nature of the crash object and nuclear test surveillance balloon from Project Mogul, which actually fuck it. I'm gonna click on Project Mogul.
Yeah.
So pretty much Project Mogul, sometimes referred as Operation Mogul, was a top secret project by the U.S. Air Force involving microphones flown on high altitude balloons, whose primary purpose was long distance detection of sound waves generated by a Soviet atomic bomb test. So
that makes perfect sense too. At this time, it was pre-satellite.
Yeah.
They're working on they wanted to see how many bombs they could actually shoot off at the time. They're racing to get bombs at the time to build up an arsenal, and they just developed the bomb. So
fucking Russia fucking developed the biggest fucking nuke. I want to say close to a 70 megaton bomb.
Well, that
and they nearly killed the fucking
Tsar Bomba or something.
yeah, they almost killed the fucking pilots. They like barely fucking made it out alive. So
yeah,
it's
but
like,
then you gotta keep in mind too, it wasn't like this is before the cell phone era.
oh yeah,
You know, there's little to no entertainment, so people wanted to believe in something.
well it's true, but at the same time,
And the first people that came upon the wreckage too, they didn't know what it was.
yeah,
So they were mystified by it, and they were like, well,
And
what?
just how I was out in the backyard
Yeah.
thinking that what I see that I don't know what it is, we were all convinced, oh God, this is a UFO, this is an alien. You know, so from their point of view, it's easily understandable. But even seeing it as a balloon, like what the hell is this?
well, at the same time, also, there's quote unquote, apparently there was if someone actually videotaped aliens coming out of a fucking crash ship, I want to say within like 1970s. And it was like a leaked footage, apparently. So, but they look like kind of like your stereotypical looking aliens, but it could be fake, it could be real. Who fucking knows? So, but at the same time, is like still the questions out there, but it's a lot of shit that we can't really explain at the same time. So, hey, what's your take, Nando?
My take? Hold on, I should probably just take off this hat.
Yeah, I think you should do that too.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going like this. My take is that, you know, maybe you just create it to scare people so they don't stop caring about what they do and don't do. It's just like, here, let's make people believe this is a
modern
thing.
day fake
Yeah,
news and
exactly. Okay, I don't know
Possibly.
about that. I think it's constructive. No, wait, that is
Support our military and the government.
Yeah.
Protect us from the aliens.
Exactly.
They're watching the skies, bro.
Right?
The aliens are messing with our
I don't know.
music.
Well, because
So okay, we're getting to that. So there's a Washington Post article I found online,
nice.
and it says that the government admits it studies UFOs. And they said, like, I guess in 2005, I believe, the government reported that it spent $22 million on a program to collect and analyze anomalous aerospace threats. So it's pretty much like a terminology, I guess, they're using in this article or whatever to say UFOs.
oh yeah,
So, but it doesn't say extraterrestrials. It's saying stuff that's weird that we can't really understand. Yeah, but
Can't identify.
But here's the funny thing. But it's like shit. We talked about it last month too. It was like Mexico's Area 51. Do you remember the name?
oh yeah, I don't remember the name.
But,
of it, yeah.
But apparently there's a lot of UFO sightings in that area
Yeah.
too. And
Even though it started from just like a natural or just a rocket launch.
yeah. So and it's funny because the Mexican government's like, yeah, no, we don't know what the fuck that is either. So yeah, fuck aliens. I don't know.
Yeah, and Mexico gets a lot of UFO sightings.
yeah.
Like over Mexico City,
Yeah.
they have a lot. Like they've been known to see like lights in the sky during the day and stuff,
it's
and
just
stuff
like-
flying around.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we even said it when we were talking about that shit. Is like fucking like, especially Mexico has some like a lot of fucking paranormal shit, fucking extra like UFO sightings and everything. It's like,
Mexico is a very spiritual place.
it is.
Well, I don't know. I just think if you don't have as much going on, if you're paying attention, it's kind of like why we say, you know, the 3 a.m. is the witching hour.
Yeah.
And that's not because it's, you know, assigned to the trilogy or anything like that. It's just because energy is low and we're actually open to see these things. We're paying attention for the first time, or we're receptive.
Yeah.
You know, so these people out there in the mid coast, or I'm not the mid coast, the mid, you know, the Midwest, or like the middle states that, or just in anywhere like Mexico or in general where you don't have as much, you know, wealth or just things to do, you know, especially with light pollution. Like us in the city, we can barely even see the stars,
Yeah,
let
it fucking
alone see
sucks.
a UFO. But out there, if you see some speck of light, you're gonna see it, you know. So there's just more open to it.
Yeah.
I think that's why they see it more of the times, and we could have them here all the time, but yet there's so much going on, and there's already a billion colors and lights on the horizon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even see it if you're looking.
Yeah, but no, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like we're able to see these fucking lights. Like,
No, well, we saw it.
well, that's what I'm saying. But the like on the directional path, how they how they do it, like I know that people have seen sightings, like when they seen like fucking like 3 red lights, and apparently they go in a fucking triangle, and then they fucking do spinning twirly shit. Like, and it's like they're like fucking b-boys.
The Blue Angels.
Yeah, all the Blue Angels.
Tricks, yeah.
Yeah, because the jet.
Information, yeah.
Yeah, because the jet can fucking move vertically and horizontally, like with no fucking problem, right?
They're up in the game. The VTOLs, dude.
Oh, the VTOLs?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, dude.
But I don't know, there's even the idea that if aliens were to come down, they wouldn't physically do it. They would either send like an avatar, or I don't know, some
sort of golem?
Some others believe that like they could be more spiritual in that sense, where they can project their energy like a hologram.
True.
You know, so like who's to say anything, especially if they know more about, you know, other realms, or, you know, how to bend those things. They could be the watchers that we call the shadow men.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
those
yeah.
could be the way they come down, and every shadow man could essentially be an alien just observing. And the only reason why we see a man in a hat is because, well, that's the form or shadow that we find most comfortable.
Yeah.
Even though it scares the living daylights out of us.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. Look in history though, dude. Like certain things kind of doesn't really make sense at the time period. Just like how the fucking they didn't really have fucking laser cutting fucking shit. And
They're cutting things super precise. Technology. They're like, oh, we know what latitude. We're right in the center of the Earth. We figured that out. We're at 0 latitude, 0 longitude.
But how did the Egyptians line up the pyramids with
exactly what I'm talking about? Like, how do they know?
Oh, every fucking pyramids actually legitimately are on the true north azimuths of it. It's like
mathematically they're perfectly aligned, which is insane.
It's like how, or like fucking is it Machu Picchu? That like
where they're all cut
like
stones.
Literally 90-degree angles, like nothing. It's like how
you hear the crackle.
Yeah,
I'll crackle pop every time. I don't know, but anyway, but it's like that kind of shit's like how's that fucking possible? And then like in who was it? The Indians. Some of their fucking stories back in those days that they fly in carpets, and then
People came from the sky.
They seen the gods going out war each other, and it's like, and then obviously we have craters throughout our fucking planet, very unexplained. And granted, they don't show any radiation residue because, granted, yes, and they're not known bomb testing sites that we have done.
Just
so
because we use radiation fueled items doesn't mean that they would.
Well, but as I'm saying, but I'm talking about like certain craters where they're not known for bomb testing sites areas, you know.
True,
so it's like,
yeah, there's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a trip though.
Well, that's what I like about, like, to go back to the like Egyptian mythology.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that believe like the Egyptian gods were aliens.
Yeah.
And let's say if one was depicted as a flyer.
Yeah.
Like, let's say they had wings. Well, that's how the people were using their artistic creativity.
Like,
to, well, like, let's say if it was a bird, well, most likely that meant that they had a ship.
Yeah.
You know, and that they had chariots, or like they had something that made them a flyer. If
Yeah.
they were a healer, then they would use a different
Hieroglyph,
symbology kind of thing to mix them and make hybrids, because it's kind of like comic books in the sense where like we use these ideas and form them and make them more like artistic.
Yeah.
And that's where like a lot of the theories that people believe aliens were here, and if you look at the mythologies, well, because even with like the Anunnaki or the story of Sumerian mythology, it's like that these creatures came, found us because they needed us to help harvest, and they found the pretty much Homo sapien, or not Homo sapien, but Homo erectus, or like the step before we became a Homo sapien, and gave us the little edge we needed to become human.
Sweet.
And they used us as slaves, and they think that it could either be spiritual, where we get all our religion from, or it could just be an alien that was just passing by.
Oh shit, fucking Alejandro's watching us. Fuck yeah, what's up, dude?
If you really think about it, the world or the universe is, they say it's about 6 billion years old, our universe. Yeah. And the surrounding stars and universe around us are even older. And just to think that it's ever expanding, because the Big Bang, once that happened, it's forever expanding now. And they say it's going to expand, and get infinitely bigger, but it will come back
to implode.
But that takes billions upon billions, and who's to even say, like, what the hell is on the outer rim of nothingness? Yeah. You know, that concept alone makes your head just like want to because that's science. That's science. The whole idea of the Big Bang.
They have telescopes that try to look out at the edge of the universe and stuff and try to see out there.
And what if they do, and then they look back and they see themselves?
I think they have reached it with certain type of telescope, but I don't know. They don't know what it looks like.
But just in that idea, just to say that we're the only ones here is kind of ridiculous. So we know that there is aliens out there, but can we find each other? Most likely not.
So Alejandro asks, how's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm enjoying my Sunday. How are you, Alejandro?
But no, it's like, it's still a fucking trip either way how you look at it on every aspect, if you fucking believe in it.
Well, then like just like, even like thinking about what I just said, I was like, well, maybe that's not true, because if they're smart enough or old enough in their like race to figure out the mathematical probabilities of the universe, well, then they can map it out and find us pretty easy. You know, if you really just think about the conditions, their conditions, and like it's probably beyond our math skills. But knowing them, if they've had more time, considering how fast technology just continues to grow, it's very much possible.
You have to break light speed, and then they come into contact with you. Like the Vulcans.
But here's the thing though, but we did have a big jump in technology, like quick,
and they say it's only going to get faster and faster. It's going to get so fast to the point where we're going to need chips in our minds just to keep up with it.
Well, it's like after the whole Roswell incident, right? You know, I think when we speed it up like a little, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 15 years, how exponentially our fucking technology fucking advanced so quickly in a sense, you know?
Well, that's what's
there's probably a lot of reasons for that.
I saw a documentary showing when they went into some Egyptian tombs. Everything for me is going to be Egyptian today, I guess. But they had hieroglyphics, and they showed pretty much like the first style vehicle. The middle one was like a helicopter. And it matched one of our United States military helicopters.
The Bluebird.
They showed it, and then there was like a spaceship at the end. So it was showing either the progress, and either they knew the future, or maybe they already saw, you know, the aliens' plan for us. That we'll let them progress this long. We'll introduce them. Then maybe Roswell was them coming down to give us that little bit of information, because after that, you know, we got jets, we got everything. Kind of progressed pretty much fast. Computers came out 10-15 years after that.
You have to remember too that it's post World War II, and we stole a bunch of German technology.
That's the thing too.
That means we developed in health and like rocket technology. We got to the moon because of those fuckers, you know what I mean? So that's one of the big reasons I think technology developed.
Speaking of fucking
but spaceships, who knows? I think it's totally.
Well, I saw
it's
on History Channel saying that Hitler could have been an alien. I made that shit.
No. Actually, someone actually said something about that.
Keep in mind.
But here's a crazy thing too, because one of my favorite conspiracies during World War II, especially with the whole Nazi thing, is that they actually came up with like some kind of fucking time traveling bell or some shit they found, or it's a fucking trip. It's a trip. I don't know, the conspiracy theories that come incidents of what Nazi Germany were doing, it's fucking mind blowing.
They were doing some weird stuff.
They had their hands in the occult. They had their hands in like a lot of weird things. Like there was a scientist. Well, that's a lot of things. Like a lot of crazy scientists. They saw their opportunity with the Nazis.
Oh yeah, why not? Why the fucking not?
There was that one scientist, or even Hitler, who had the obsession with twins. You know, and
that's right. Yeah.
You know, cutting off one head and attaching it to another.
Like
just to try everything. You really like when you were exterminating people. Well, it's easy to project your ideas. I could probably figure something out if you give me a handful of these people you're just gonna kill. You know, I can do some experiments, and every experiment went through.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like when
that's the way medicine is in general.
I hope not.
Unfortunately,
not,
I mean, look at the way they used to take care of mental health and lobotomies and stuff like that.
Well, fuck, we're gonna dive into the shit anyways eventually. But it's like the fucking SS. They were fucking ruthless motherfuckers, and they did vivisection, which is so fucking horrible. They fucking cut your ass.
What is that again? Yeah,
they cut your ass open and fucking start testing
while you're alive.
Yeah, half the time the people were alive. Like they'll cut them up open and they fucking put give them like infection so they can see how the body reacts to certain shit.
Just open guinea pigs, pretty much.
Yeah, literally. Well, I forgot what. Now I can't remember the top of my head what Japanese unit, Imperial unit used to did the same shit too.
They
were
really
mean.
Japanese were really mean.
And you're right, because that was in the 40s, and I know a lot of the scientists. They really started getting down on that around the 60s.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, even with the civil rights movements, when they did the tests with the children and the dolls.
Before World War II.
Yeah, because even that was psychologically damaging to those children.
Oh fuck yeah, it was.
But even that, that was them making their progress of what was that, 1965 or something.
Before World War II, there was along with the rise of nationalism and Nazism, there's like the idea of like the human being or a certain type of human being being superior to others. Yeah. And the idea of recreating that human being. And so that led to the development of the eugenics program. Yeah. And Germany was very big on that. That's why they did testing on twins and the mentally ill and all these other things. But that spread all over the world. And so the California was doing it.
Oh, they were.
The Tuskegee Airmen were tested. There were thousands of airmen were given syphilis. Yeah. In California, they were trying to. Sorry, they were trying to take out. Right. You guys are fighting. They're trying. In California, they were at the same time they were trying to take out give vasectomies. Yeah. So they're tying tubes and stuff for people for the mentally ill. So. Well, it's. How's my wave up there when I'm talking?
Wave? What are you talking about? You're fine.
When I'm there. See, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
good.
Exactly.
Wait, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Is it my wave? Red when he's talking?
Yeah, no, talk.
Am I good?
No, you're green, yeah.
Oh, we're fucking golden then.
I was getting signals. Mixed signals. Yeah. No worries.
But no, it's a fucking trip. Ed, I know. Oh, this is typical Hunt's fashion when we go on our side tangents. I fucking love it.
That's why it's a podcast.
Someone's saying we're pretty loud though on our Facebook chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's why I'm grabbing my justification.
Anyways, all right. Well, now I don't even fucking hear myself.
Well, it's because our headphones are down. That's
why. Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's trying to fix
my headphones. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways, don't care.
Let me know in the chat. You know what I mean? Let me know how's it going.
Yeah, but
you see
it's just a fucking trip though. Like it's because even backwards, even though we're still on the same topic of Nazism, because they even said there's an I forget the name of that the alien race, but
Anunnaki.
No, it's not the Anunnaki, fool. That's supposedly pretty much the idea for the Aryan for the neo-Nazis, not neo-Nazis, but the German Nazis.
The Aryan race.
The Aryan race with blonde hair, blue eyes, and apparently there's a extraterrestrial race that fits that fucking description.
Really, I never heard this.
Yeah, it's like in our old for the first episode the fucking zombies, fucking aliens, and that was one of the fucking races apparently, and so there's some conspiracy theorists who believe that that's where Hitler got the idea. They say this is the true being of humans. This is the ultimate fucking force of fucking humans and whatnot and shit.
Yeah, but then again, there's theories that Hitler did it because he lost his dog and all this random
stuff.
There's so many, and as human beings, we try to make sense of things that don't make sense.
Exactly.
He fought in World War I, like, and his country was playing for the war. He was gassed. Yeah. He saw like thousands of people die around him. So I think he was radicalized a lot by that.
Yeah,
and he blamed the communists for being weak.
Yeah.
Have you seen Preacher?
And socialists for being weak.
It was pretty good. Like Preacher is it's on
show?
AMC. It's a show right now where this.
The comic.
He inherits the power of God, but he sends this kid to hell, and as this kid's in hell, his roommate is Hitler. So it's pretty interesting because like Hitler has to relive this day over and over, and you would think like, why is this his hell?
Yeah.
And he's with his girlfriend. She pretty much leaves him, and then like this stuff happens, and these people come in and they start like trying to rob the place, and he just starts screaming. Like really? He takes on the persona of Hitler, and then he's like, why is that like your hell? He's like, that's the day I lost myself. You know, like
that would make sense.
They did really, really good because this guy's like little, scrawny. But then there's like moments where like the people in hell, they're starting to revolt and they're not listening to him, and he just like and they're like, I'm Hitler. Like he pulls it off very well because he's very timid and he's very remorseful about everything he did.
Yeah.
But then there's these moments where he's trying to do something good for the kid, so he takes on his Hitler persona. Like it was really good. Season 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. You know, but as fucked up he was a fucking amazing fucking speaker, dude.
It's the amphetamines.
Well, I think we're
but not only that, dude. But he was fucking amazing.
He was a good orator.
Yeah, it's like, but that's the thing too. I forgot his partner in crime about this shit too.
Well, it's scary that one person can get people riled up.
Well, it's not that. Like his, I forgot his name, but his like pretty much his right hand man too, because he fucking studied a bunch of shit. He's like, that's why when you see Hitler and his buddy. I can't remember.
Goebbels?
I think it was Goebbels.
His propaganda minister?
Yeah, him. That
He'd be the guy telling him how
Yeah,
to do
he's like, but even he said too, like when you see Goebbels doing his fucking speeches, he fucking certain hand gestures and fucking everybody's like, dude, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm fucking down. It's like, yeah. So it's a trip. Where we at? I know.
Talking about Hitler.
I know. That's our usual side tangent bullshit, you know. But
Well, no.
I kind of miss that.
No, that's how it should be.
All right, Nando, you look like you got questions, Nando. What's your questions? Since you don't have a hat on right now.
My question to you is: what do aliens eat?
That's a fucking
Energy.
Supplements. It's all supplements.
Yes, they feed off sound waves, or maybe they're like plants. They do fucking like photosynthesis.
It's just light.
I don't know. That's the thing.
They need sun.
That's why I like the idea of like a meteor coming down to Earth and introducing a completely new element we've never known before. Kind of like, did you ever see that Evolution movie with Natalie Portman? What was that one? Annihilation?
No, I need to watch that one.
Pretty much that's the premises, where a meteor hits down on Earth and it just causes this chain reaction. I've had that stop before because, you know, our science and our, like, what's the physicists, everything that they do is all based on what we have here on Earth.
Yeah.
So it's completely possible that there's these different elements out there in the space that are flying around that were never, you know, touched ground here.
Oh, I
I
don't doubt that at all.
Like, it could cause the end of our species. It could have been something that killed the dinosaurs. It could just be something that, like, takes oxygen and wipes it out. Like, it's pretty scary to think about, but then it's, again, it could cause something completely new. Like, think about it, a meteor hits and then it's like the cure for cancer or
right.
Like,
I hope it brings a kaiju. That'd be sick.
I'm down. I want to fucking fight a kaiju.
what's a kaiju?
A fucking big giant monster.
Yeah, just a giant monster.
Is isn't that
Godzilla,
like Godzilla and shit.
what's that movie?
Pacific Rim.
No, the Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
I consider that a kaiju. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Have you guys seen the new one? Oh, it's not new, but
The Paradox.
Yeah.
I had to watch it again because it seemed like one of those, like, there's a lot of ideas going around. I wasn't really paying attention.
I like the hand is just fucking running.
Yeah. Well, because isn't it like the rules, like the physical rules of our reality stop
Playing.
like making sense.
There's like no
It's like
rules.
like
different
anything can
dimensions.
happen. Yeah. Oh
Two
yeah.
different dimensions, and they're like reacting to each other. And
Yeah, it's
That's kind of like what Annihilation was like, where it's,
yeah.
when you're in it, it starts changing you completely.
Oh,
Yeah.
watch it.
that's a fucking
And
trip.
it starts blending in. Like, you'll see plants that are taking the form of human, like they're growing out
Yeah.
in shapes of people, and that's because of a genetic trait that we have that gives us our physiological body.
Yeah.
You know, so you see like the plants are gaining human genes, so it's all splicing. So one lady even starts to sprout flowers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it was really good and interesting concepts in that movie.
Poison ivy.
Okay, so actually I do have a
Poison
question.
ivy.
So
Yeah.
it's for within our time of age, like for all of you guys, I want to hear your guys' input. For this time of age where we're at now, do you think is it possible we might have another incident? Maybe like a conspiracy incident or of an actual UFO crashing on here at this time of age?
I think if it happens, we will know about it, considering, you know, all the phones. But then again, there's so much bullshit out there that it may happen, and then no one fucking believes it. Like, look at what happened with CNN, and they're like, aliens, and everybody's like, tomorrow the world's ending, and everybody believed it, you know? So now the next time that shit happens, people are going to be like, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Hollywood.
I think it's easy for a man-made aircraft to crash somewhere, but for like an extraterrestrial,
I think if they can get out here, then they won't be crashing,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd have to be somewhere pretty remote for that to be hidden up, in my opinion. Like somewhere where like technology is really not
The
Dense.
Amazon
Yeah,
forest.
exactly.
and
You
even,
know,
even then, if it
The
hits the,
middle of the
ocean
Amazon, yeah.
and it crashes,
Or
like
that.
look at MH17, the airplane that crashed in the Indian Ocean or whatever, that went way off course.
Well,
No, they only found like
There
three
is a-
pieces of rubble,
Yeah.
like, and they have no idea where it went. Like,
There is
That's
a
a fucking
theory
trip.
of alien species living beneath the depths of the water.
Or
But that's the thing
it's
too.
very
Like, think about how
unexplored.
old our planet is.
It's fucking old.
So it's possible, like,
and no,
the species that we like, because I always say this, and there's a certain genetic code within our leniency that we have no map for.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's either like there was a species like the missing link, and that's where that term comes from, that there was another Neanderthal or something beyond that was different that survived because it's within our genetic code.
It was either this motherfucker
together.
or us, and it's like somehow we won and they didn't, and it's like
So what if like one spaceship, landed here at some point, survived and just blended into our species?
It could be a possibility. I don't know.
I love stories and fictional stories, so it's always fun to.
The thoughts
play
are
with these
just of the
premises.
shit just fucking endless. It's like
If aliens are anything like us, that means they want to get their hands on everything and change it and try to make it better, try to make it like them.
Well, that's
but here's the thing: we don't even know if they're gonna. Or
That's
if they're
what it totally sounds
Well,
like.
look at our
You
society.
would find something and be like, ooh, let's tamper with it.
But look at our society now. We're like, you see where we started, and you see where we're going. And even though it's like a slippery slope, up and down, like we're still just as barbaric as we were 60 years ago. Well,
I think we're making
we're
progress.
a little better,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Hopefully.
think about them. What if they had 3,000 years ahead of us?
That's true.
And what kind of enlightenment that brings?
Punch and pie.
Exactly. Or it could just.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess.
I just
don't know.
imagine a gray alien head punching a pie because he's angry.
Yeah, right. It's
This is how I deal with my
I
issues.
didn't ask for cherry. I asked for strawberry rhubarb, you bastards. Oh God.
Where they're just doing a monastery and they all have pies in front of them.
Right. I don't know. I think it's still a fucking trip. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's always fun to play with these ideas and concepts, but
Yeah.
it's all possible. The fact that we're here is proof enough.
Well, yeah. No, I think just the whole aspect of aliens is a trip because I don't know. It's odd because even fucking.
I said we have better chance finding a ship underneath the water than we do going out there and finding it. Though.
Probably most likely,
Yeah.
but the one that kind of like throws me off a lot is when you have airplane pilots that say, "Yeah, dude, I saw this shit."
and the videos of
Yeah, and they're like, "I saw this shit," or even on military jet fighters, they're like, I remember watching one and the guy's like,
I don't know.
pretty
what
much
that
in the
was.
sense he's like pretty much in layman's terms like, what the fuck is that? It's like. And then you watch it, it's like, yeah, what the fuck
And
is
we've all
that?
had those stories and those moments,
Yeah.
and we all sound like we're full of shit when we tell them, but we know ourselves, and just because I know that fact makes me want to believe them.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, well, then I wouldn't believe myself either.
I had someone tell me the exact same thing
Yeah.
last week about that same. Like, you know what? Like, I know, like he knows I'm on this podcast, and he's like, and I hear some of your stories, and he's like, I honestly don't believe, but I do have like that one experience where I think, well, that's the one time in my life where I thought like, wow, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, because honestly, if it wasn't for my own experiences, I wouldn't believe the way I do.
Oh yeah, same here. I think from all my stories, the one that everybody's like kind of second guess me is my fucking coyote one. They're like,
the coyote story.
I told that story last weekend too when we were at the memorial.
and they're like, everybody's like,
Okay.
you're bullshitting, right? I'm like, I was like, you did.
Well, actually, when we were at WeirdCon, I told that story too. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, so you were drinking? They were
I
coming,
admit, I
they were
was
coming
drinking.
from a party. Like, yeah, but you could tell if something has guts out and then walking over next.
Yeah.
I've never drank that much.
Oh,
Well, it's at that moment.
I wasn't that fucked up. I drove, obviously. I don't deny condone drinking and driving. But that
Allegedly.
was my, allegedly, but
Allegedly
still.
drove.
I know the other day I thought like your mind plays tricks on you. I thought I saw like a ghost. Like
Yeah.
I thought I saw like a shadow figure.
Yeah.
Well, who's to say you didn't?
I was
Yeah.
driving up down Colima, crossing by the police station, like heading towards Telegraph.
Yeah.
And there's a crosswalk, and and this is late at night, and I'm getting something to eat. I'm going to Alberto's.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, carne asada fries.
Yeah.
And then I'm going down. There's a crosswalk, and I could see it, and I'm waiting at the light.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like looking at the light and looking down the street, and I see someone crossing the street, and I notice the person's really tall, and I kind of like look, and I'm looking, and this guy's walking really slow, and something kind of like warped my mind. Kind of was like, this is a little strange.
Yeah.
And so by the time he was at the end of his walking, I made sure I'm like, you need to look at him, just make sure and follow him. I swear he disappeared. So the light turns green,
Yeah.
and I go, and I'm like, I rush over there, and I don't see anyone, but I don't know if that was a person or not. This guy was walking like he was tall.
Yeah.
He looked tall. I mean, I could see him from where I was at, and just like walking kind of like he had like attitude or like he was a badass. and he was strolling across like, where the crosswalk was at, and just boom. Poof. And as he got to the end, I swear he dissipated.
That's weird.
Yeah, but it was late at night and it was dark. Maybe this person
beam me up, Scotty.
Maybe a person walking to a house, like, or walking to their yard, or and they live down that street.
But this is the thing. But I know what you're talking about.
Didn't see any details in him.
No, I mean he was far enough. It's just a
shadow.
Just straight shadow.
Well, yeah, because like my wife seen that. I still have to get used to seeing that. Like she's seen the shadow thing, and like even I had that shadow experience at my camp when we were like setting up. We were setting up the little cans in front of the door. And I could have sworn like I could have sworn like it could have been my mind playing tricks on me, but what I saw was when I looked at the corner of the little cabin, like as if a shadow. Like body of a person, pretty like probably like 5'9", just peeking over. You know, just coming over to, like as if creeping over to the corner of the thing, like looking over, trying not to be seen. And I thought it was just a person, so we're like fuck it, run. But as we ran in that direction, we were able we ran around it, so I could see right next to the spot that he was standing behind, and there was nothing there. Like, it was just nothing. Yeah.
That's a fucking trip.
But it was enough to be like, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, because I saw it, you know, but and I've never had like those little subtle tricks of mind do something like that. You know, I've seen like things in the corner of my eye, and that's my imagination. I can probably just say that like 90%, but I've never seen something directly and be like, oh, that's a trick of my eye. You know?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I guess we're gonna end it right there. We're about like, let me see. Yeah. All right. But that, I think we're gonna call it quits because I'm hungry. But anyways, because that's besides the fucking point.
Yes.
So I think next week, I think we should touch up on another conspiracy extraterrestrial thing.
Very famous. Well, it's not my area of expertise.
It's not my area of expertise, but it's fucking fun.
I'll look up more stuff on the Anunnaki.
So okay, so we'll make that like 2 subjects.
Wait, real quick, what did you think about Halloween?
The trailer?
Yeah.
I fucking dug it, dude.
I like it. Well, you know, the director and everything, there's like the original Halloween movie and franchise from John Carpenter's, you know, his vision of it was supposed to end at number 2.
Yes.
The reason why number 3 is Halloween Season of the Witch is because it was supposed to be like American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Where it would be a different horror story
I don't count that
involving Halloween.
I don't count that as a Halloween movie.
Well, that's why, because that was their intention, is that it would be different Halloween related stories.
Yeah, I don't
but it really didn't match up to Michael.
Why didn't they do that earlier then? Because they have a whole franchise called Halloween. They have like 1 billion movies with Michael Myers.
Well, they continued it because they saw what happened and everybody was demanding him back.
Oh, fuck.
But the original vision for John Carpenter was that he wanted it to just be a 2-starter. So what they're doing with this, they got him involved and they're making it a trilogy. So it's 1, 2, and now ever since number 2,
tie together maybe.
Yeah, that's why I'm really excited for this, because not only is it one that's going to be a trilogy now, it's as if she survived. He was put away in jail after he was shot and taken down. Yeah. And she's been waiting for her opportunity to take him down. Yeah, she's been waiting.
I don't know. She looks good in this movie.
But that's who she is as a character. Yeah. She was the babysitter who was repressed sexually.
Yeah.
And then unleashes her fury on this asshole and literally penetrates him with a knife. Like that, they say like there's little aspects of the show that really like point that out. And that's who she is. And that's why like throughout when the spin-offs came out, they really kind of lost track of all that. So it's bringing it back home, and now we get to see the fighter be the fighter in the final front down. Like,
I'm fucking
and plus
down.
It can't go on, because if she's that old now, how fucking old is he?
Yeah,
he was 20 years older than her in the series, in the original. So now he's
Was he really?
He's pushing 86 probably.
Really?
I don't know. Well, you gotta think she was like, he killed his original sister.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought he was like, as a kid.
And he was like 7 or so.
Yeah.
Lori wasn't even around.
That's right.
So he's at least 7 to 10 years older than her. So I don't understand. Like, I hope it just ends at this last one and we're good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Unless they can like pass down the mantle, or they bring more to the folklore.
But he has like evil powers on his side.
So he's the boogeyman.
Maybe he doesn't age.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But I think also...
So that should let people know what to expect and where to stand with where this movie's starting from.
I'll still watch it.
I'm still gonna watch it regardless. I don't give a fuck. I love Halloween.
It's been retconned.
Fuck yeah. So all right. So next week, Area 51. / Anunnaki
/ UFOs
/ UFOs.
down.
I don't know. We'll see where we go. I don't
And
know.
more. There's a lot of good horror movies coming out, so we'll talk about it. We
Yeah,
still
well-
haven't talked about like the Slender Man and shit.
No, we'll talk about that.
We'll just talk about the trailers.
Yeah, we'll talk about the trailer next week about that shit. All right, kids. I am your host, Mike. And as always,
Chris?
Man, acidic air.
hey, where's my music?
There it is.
Music is there.
All right, kids. We out.